Hi guys, good day and welcome to today on Princess Anu TV. And yeah, in case you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Princess Anu, and on this channel we talk about aviation, motivation and adventure. But in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about pilot salary. Somebody asked a question, and the person was like, does your flight school determine the kind of salary you get as a pilot? And when I saw that question, I was like, wow, we really need to talk about this. So that's what we're going to be treating today. So stay tuned. I'm going to be right back for this sweet discussion. Welcome back guys, and thank you so much for staying tuned to the channel. I really appreciate it. So guys, let's talk about this pilot salary of 18. I know that a lot of you, even if you have the passion to come and fly as a pilot and all that, low-key a lot of us look at the salary, and it's not a bad thing to look at the salary, because whether we like it or not, we've worked for it. As in, we did our flight training, we passed all the exams, we passed all the every, and so we deserve to get a good pay, plus the risk again that is involved in it. Even if it's not our passion, we deserve to get a good pay, right? But now, just like the person asks, does the kind of flight school you go to determine if you're going to get a high pay or a low pay? So that's what I want to talk about in this video specifically. But in case you've not yet subscribed, before I forget, please do me a favor, click on the subscribe button. My goal for 2021, is to get to 10,000 subscribers. I hope we pass there, but if we get there, I'm really going to be happy. Okay, let's get serious. Now, the thing is that there are a lot of factors that determine the kind of salary or the amount that a pilot will definitely get. And I tell you, I don't think the kind of flight school you go to is part of it. Now let's list this. Number one factor that determines the kind of salary, or part of the factors anyways, am I going to say, not in any area of ranking, so to say, not any area of ranking. I have like 6 things I think I've listed out that determines this. Number one, the airline you work with. Someone that works with, for instance, let me use like a Nigerian airline. Someone that works with, for instance, let's say Overland or Arik or Epis, any of these Nigerian airlines, compared to somebody that works with Qatar Airways or someone that works with Emirates, you see, sometimes looking at it, the pay will not be the same, because this is seen as a like international carrier. They have the name, they have everything, and this is like a local carrier or like a regional kind of carrier. So you are not going to compare. That doesn't mean these other airlines, they don't go internationally, because I know like Epis goes international, even Arik goes international. So I'm not saying like for the fact that this one is going international, this one no, but these guys have made it. They've been in the industry for a long time. So you're not going to compare the kind of salary that this one pays their own pilots to the salary that this one pays. Like it's going to be different. That's something you should have at the back of your mind. Like the kind of airline you work with is what is going to determine, not necessarily the flight school, because the flight school, they don't even know the kind of job you got. Funny enough, if you leave your flight school today, for instance, if you're probably in NCAT or you're in IAC or you're in any of these flight schools, and you leave today, sometimes they don't even know where you've gone to. They don't even know whether you've gotten a job. They don't even know what's up with you. Like, you just leave and you leave. Another factor that determines the kind of money that you're paid is your experience. Me coming out with, let's say, 250 hours, and somebody that has 5,000 hours meeting up for interview in the same airline, I tell you, we will not be paid the same amount, except our contracts are likely going to be the same thing. And so they say they're giving me the kind of contract they're giving this guy, but his level of experience, 5,000 hours, if possible 5,000 jet hours, even on that machine that both of us were likely going to fly. I tell you, that guy or that lady is going to be paid more than me that is coming with 250 hours, because I don't have as much experience as that person has the experience. So this is also something that's going to determine the amount that you're going to be paid as a pilot. So don't think flight school is, in fact, I'm going to say it's inconsequential. Is very much inconsequential. Another thing that's going to determine the kind of is the routes you fly, even in an airline, because I did a lot of research about this. Even in that airline that you're flying, the kind of routes you fly, someone that goes just local routes, the kind of money and the allowances that the person is going to pay is different from someone that is going to be flying internationally. It's different from someone that is going to be flying cross country and far places. You don't expect their allowances to be the same. You don't expect the money that they pay both of them to be the same. So you can see another thing that determines. Another thing that also determines is if you work on your off days. There are pilots that they prefer to use their off days to like just chill out and all that instead of doing any extra, because of course it's their off days. But there are some pilots that sacrifice their off days to flying. So if you fly on your off days, it's going to obviously increase the kind of pay that you would definitely get as a pilot. So I'm trying to bring out these factors to tell you that, see, the kind of flight school you attend, I think what we should basically focus on is, when you go to a particular flight school, either you feel is a high-rated flight school or a low-rated flight school, just go there, get the knowledge, and build yourself better. Because it's not just about the knowledge you get in school. I also feel that it's about yourself, like self-development, building yourself in such a way that you're good at this thing that you're doing. And even if people call you outside of what they taught you in flight school, outside of what they taught you in class, you can deliver maximally. Like, you can, if people ask you questions, there's a way you talk not just because you heard someone say, you talk because you have read that thing, you've understood it, and you know what you're talking about, like what you're saying. So I think that's what the flight school part is. It doesn't really have anything to do with your salary. It really doesn't have anything to do with the kind of pay that you get. But most of these other flight schools that have these cadet programs, all they do for them is just to incorporate them straight into the airline. It doesn't have anything to even do with the kind of salary they get. So once you're coming, the kind of amount they pay the cadets, that is what they are definitely going to pay you. So I don't know if you're getting me. Another thing that also determines the kind of pay you get also as a pilot is your position in that airline. Like, imagine somebody is a captain, somebody is a first officer, somebody is somebody is a captain, somebody is a first officer, someone is a second officer, somebody is a senior first officer, they are definitely not going to be paid the same money. A captain will always be paid higher than a first officer. A first officer will always be paid higher than a second officer. So a second officer will always be paid higher than a cadet. So your position in that airline that you're working in is also going to determine the kind of money you get as a pilot. Another thing that also determines is the kind of aircraft that you fly. You're not going to compare people that fly maybe it's kind of smaller machine to people that fly like A380 and all, because the systems are different. The things are getting more complicated. They have a lot of things to deal with. It is not going to be the same. I need you to get that. So whenever you're thinking about salary and all, I tell you, flight school, it's not part of it. Just go to your flight school, gain the knowledge that they need you to get, and go be your best when you go out there. Don't think that the kind of flight school you go, maybe when you get there, they'll ask you, okay, you went to NCAT, you're going to be paid so amount. You went to IEC, you're going to be so, or you went to, nah, that's not going to be happening. So just tune your mind, position your mind, and see the best out of the flight school you're in. Don't think about it like that. So guys, this is all I have to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, share with your family members, share with your parents, because I'm sure they will really want to know, because they're investing so much money. Yeah, they're really investing a lot of money in flight training, and so they deserve to know what determines your pay. So guys, till I meet you even in the next video, and the next video, and the next video. Don't forget, as usual, stay safe, be fine, be happy, and live your best life, because you deserve it. Trust me, you deserve it. You deserve it. So guys, till I catch you next time, keep watching Princess Anu TV. and bye. Thank you so much.